What it is, folks, your homeboy Furry back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game.
Yes, sir.
Put it on something. Got my brother Tim G. Jacob here with me on this all-star weekend. Rocking the Bulls cap. T, with the business here, dog.
That MVP race heating up, ain't it?
Oh, boy. You trying to slide your boy off in there?
I mean, well, he in there, but it's some controversy. If you're really looking at it,
It shouldn't be no controversy, but I will speak on that later on. We will speak on that later on. But America, got to tell you, this is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. Make sure you go over to statementteesllc.com, copy some, or hit us up on Facebook. Let us know something custom that you might like. We're growing every single day, and we helping everybody make statements around this joint. You understand? But y'all see right down there in the tagline, goddamn it, we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna go ahead and get to it. Some say, and when I say some, to my brother Tim G. Jacob, that Coach Prime might have 1 foot out the door at Jackson State. Okay. Let the clearing ledger tell it. Coach Prime got 1 foot out the door at Jackson State.
I mean, the clearing ledger on the line, though. We're on all the line now. We just
right.
Just individually speculating.
Just all in this media game, right? But America, if you missed this story in the clearing ledger, or if you didn't watch the Dan Le Batard show, because really this is where they got it from. Coach Prime went on the Dan Le Batard show. Y'all know Dan Le Batard, the Cuban American cat that used to be on ESPN. They got rid of him because they, when they were doing their washout of everybody who was too political in their opinion. That guy. Coach Prime was on his show, and one of the guys that's on Dan Le Batard's show with him,
Stugatz. I think that's Stugatz.
I know Stugatz is on there, but it was some old cats on there too.
Oh, I thought that was Stugatz asking the question.
I don't know. It might have been.
Okay.
But whoever it was, they asked Coach Prime if he had to start at Jackson State. Basically asking him, yo, did you have offers from other places? And they even asked me, did you get an NFL shot? Coach Prime shot that down, saying like, no, I didn't get a shot at the NFL. And I think he might even stated he don't even want that. Or I think I might have read that somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, he said he did interview for 3 Power 5 jobs. Okay. And that he should have got them. Said he did great. He killed the interviews. So much so that one guy even asked him, when can you start? When can you start? And that once he told them when he could start, they chose to go in another direction. Okay. All that part, I think everybody was Gucci with that. But here was the part that raised my eyebrows when he said, basically, when they went another direction, Coach Prime stated that maybe that was God saying that he needed to continue to be at Jackson State. Okay. So I think that part right there is what made the clearing ledger take it and run with it. I think that's what made some other people in this YouTube game take it and run with it. I was watching another cat watching his work, and that's exactly what he focused on, is that continue. You know what I'm saying? Because that means, hold on now. Did you do these interviews pre-Jackson State? Or are you talking about you just slick did these interviews? Because you know what I'm talking about? So I don't know, T. I don't know. My brother PT is being quite forceful and vehement that is pre-Jackson State. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my boy PT. But it seems like Tim G. Jacob is a little skeptical over there, America. T, what you thinking, man?
Prime's a big dreamer, right? He's a big visionary kind of guy, right?
That what he say?
I mean, he talked about continuing on with what he's doing, and that he should. God sent him to kept. God wanted him to continue what he's doing at Jackson State, and I think he even said uh, in the Clarion Ledger article he mentioned of A.D. Robinson and basically kind of finishing out things in a sense. So I do believe there is a bigger vision. So I've always stated that Prime should do what Eddie Robinson did. When Eddie was at Grambling for many years and just continue to, stay there at that program and do some really great things. And he sent a lot of guys to the NFL. And in this day and age now, I think Prime could do the same thing. And I think it could be a game changer. I think it could be something that it would be like modern day Eddie Robinson to me. But I do think he has other visions. I don't think Jackson State is the only aspiration. It's the aspiration that he has right now. But I do think there is something inside of him that makes him want to fulfill the Power Five thing. Be at one of these Power Five schools and make a lot of noise on that front. And they can't say that he can't recruit because obviously he just showed you he can. They can't say he can't coach because obviously he showed you that he can coach up these kids. So really I think a lot of these programs are apprehensive probably because of the following and the kind of media attention he brings. And I think they got to elevate at these Power Five schools to meet the stature that I think Prime has. And they gotta bring it. Like you ain't bringing in a guy that's gonna be satisfied with 7-5. Like Prime's gonna be satisfied with winning the whole thing. But I do think he has other aspirations, in my opinion. I think he has other aspirations. I think he has other wants. I think he has other things he wants to accomplish. I don't know if Jack State is the only stop. I'll just say it like that. I would like to see him stay, but I'm just not gonna sit here and get my mouth all watered up and act like Prime gonna be here with me for 25 years. It just 20 years. That just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So it's an ever evolving thing. I mean, it's just I think he's more kind of day to day figuring it out, and he interviews well. He's gonna interview well. I mean, listen to the guy. I mean, he's got to get the gab. So of course he's gonna interview well. So that ain't no shock. He's gonna wow them because he can capture the room.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think Jack State is the only stop. I want it to be the only stop, but I just not gonna sit here and act like this is it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where I'm at with the whole Prime situation. I'm not gonna be shocked if he decided to leave. I'm just not.
Well, let's go through it then. Let's go through it real quick because you raised some interesting points in terms of Eddie Robinson. Okay, that's a night we both of us 37 years old. You about to be 38. You know what I'm saying? Happy early birthday, real one. My brother got a birthday coming up.
Keep sending them through.
Okay, shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth. That's an inside joke. That would go ahead to stay.
That's an inside thing.
Eddie Robinson. That's a name we've heard through our childhood from the OGs and everything like that when it comes to black college sports. Okay. But here's the thing, T. We see what the NFL boys doing in 2022 when it comes to black coaches.
Right.
You got Mike Tomlin. Then you got my Lovey with the beard.
Just got Lovey. Just signed
Got Lovey.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Flores just got hired by Pittsburgh to be on staff. NFL gonna try to they gonna try to somehow lighten this blow that's coming at their ass. You see, they hired one of Obama's former attorney generals to
Yep.
handle the case. A black woman, the
Yep.
first black woman to ever be attorney general. NFL said, "Come on over here, help us with these black issues we got.
That bag had to be good.
It got to be good. And you shouldn't have took that, Loretta Lynch.
I
You
feel
should. Well, that's a whole nother story. Well, I'm going to talk about that later. But okay, we see what they're doing in 2022. Do we think it's any chance Coach Eddie Robinson could have elevated
Power
past
Five.
past black college sports to the NFL or to one of these white schools back then? Because like we still see, I saw they ranked the top coaches in college football. Every last one of them white men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, every last one of them, they best players, black men,
Oh yeah.
but all the coaches were white men. And that's in 2022.
Yeah.
So when Eddie was in his prime doing his thing, do you think he would have been able to?
Nah, he probably wouldn't have, because I think, and I don't know how old Eddie was when we started really watching football, but he was on up there.
Yeah, he was on up there.
And so, you know, you don't see a whole lot of older black guys like Eddie getting the higher at the D1 level.
Now remember, we were coming of age, like of consciousness and knowing what the hell going on when Kroom got the Mississippi State job.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And that was such a oh my God moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
don't get me started on that way.
No, I revere everything Coach Eddie Robinson stands for, but I do think part of the reason he stayed so long is because unfortunately, where you gonna go?
Well, I also too, I think
Unless
Eddie
you're gonna go be
somebody
assistant somewhere.
I think Eddie was just a ball coach. Like Eddie didn't have. I don't know if Eddie was just like this big relationship networking guy. I think he knew people, but I don't think he raised the kind of relationships. And I may have to go back and do some history checks
but
on
look
Eddie.
what I'm saying though. Even if he has all that, the racial discrimination was
never
so
will. He was never gonna get it.
Was never so like it's fucked up now. So it was like times 5 back then.
He was never gonna get it. When he broke, what was it? When he broke the record and for
most wins.
And you know, and that was like the first time I think they actually aired a game of his on like live TV or something like that, you know. And so I just, of course, the racial element is always going to be there, but I do think Prime has the leg up in terms of crossing across the board.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
that's what I'm saying. He got he has a situation that Eddie Robinson didn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
well,
most definitely.
Prime, he ain't good with these white folk like that for real. You know what I'm talking about? Because he's Deion Sanders. But now, even with that, they still didn't want him off top.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Even with that, they still didn't want him off top.
That's right.
But now that he's shown, I can go get the boy. I can go get the #1 player in all of the country to come to Jackson State University. What the hell you think I can do with y'all checks?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think I can do with y'all checkbook that y'all just like to play around with?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With alumni and the board of regents and all that stuff. Yeah.
All of that. You know what I'm saying? And and since Prime, you know, he used to dealing with the Jerry Joneses of the world. He ain't got no problem dealing with that. If you keep up with Coach Prime on social media, he really don't say nothing controversial.
No.
You know, he every morning he gonna drop like some motivational joint. He gonna talk about Jesus a few times throughout the day. He may throw you something about sports, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it ain't like he's speaking out on the travesty of justice that it just was when that cop just got like 24 months for killing that dude.
Yeah.
Coach ain't speaking on that, and that's how they like it. See, they when he on it, you know what I'm saying. So I think he has an opportunity that Coach Robinson and a lot of those guys that Coach Gordon didn't have, and you can just name them. Pick one of these legendary black coaches from the HBCU world back then, whose players were going to the NFL and going to the Hall of Fame. Now, okay, so it wasn't like they weren't preparing guys for greatness, but they just weren't getting the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But you said something else there too that got me thinking. But it slipped my mind. But I do want to go back to this though, because I know some of our real ones.
Mm-hmm.
So once they heard Clarence Ledger, they gonna check out on us. Real ones. We went and watched the interview ourselves. I listened to the interview. I heard those words come out of Coach Prime's mouth. Okay. Again, to me, it sounded like he was talking about job interviews before coming to Jackson State. However, he did say, based on the fact that he didn't get them, he did say maybe that meant God wanted me to continue to be at Jackson State. He did say that. Now, maybe he misspoke. You know what I'm saying? He speaks all the time. Maybe he misspoke.
Yeah.
But let's not just write it off as like a Clarence Ledger hit job, because we had, what was it, this big paper out there in Texas?
Yeah, the Fort Worth Telegram, Dallas Star Telegram,
something like that.
Yeah.
That had reported previously that he interviewed for the TCU job and was impressive. And I know some folks like, well, he was in the hospital then. Well, I mean, you can interview for shit. We do a whole show on this.
People do job interviews virtually now. I mean, it's just where we at.
You know, I want to see the Coach Prime season 2.
Okay.
They gotta address that. That's got to be in there. It's gonna be in there.
If it ain't, what that tell you?
It's gonna be in there, T. It's gonna be in there, T. And then maybe that'll put things to bed with that.
Well, I just want people to stop. Like the whole Clarence Ledger thing, whatever the smoke is with Jackson State, Clarence Ledger, all that smoke.
And then we know the Clarence Ledger does have a fucked up history with black people in general going back.
I mean,
years.
But you gotta know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with it. So you know you're gonna have to vet out things at times, and they're gonna. Media does it. They want the story, they want the looks, they want the views, they want all that. They want people to click. That's just the way it is now. People, we want you to click. Now we're gonna be real when we do it, but we want you to click as well. So it's just, some people just want you to click for all the wrong reasons. They want it to be inflammatory. They want it to be. I mean, that's just the nature of it. So you take things where you can take them, but he said it out of his mouth, and it was put in the article. So that's two sources.
Yeah, I think he should have put in there what the question was, though. Well, because the lead in specifically asked about before Jackson State,
but it's journalism, and why would I say what the question is when really I want to get to the meat?
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's journalism.
I mean,
it ain't even YouTube. So it's like you working for a newspaper. You supposed to have these journalistic standards and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But you sitting there at the computer and you heard him say, I did interview for 3 Power 5 jobs. What do you think I'm doing right now? I'm getting them fingers warm. I got some typing to do.
Right.
I'm getting ready.
Right.
I'm gonna give it to you.
No. But I'm with you though. You know what I'm saying? And I think I ain't tripping off of it because it's what I expect eventually for him to do. You know what I'm saying? I expect that. You know what I'm saying? This is where our USM experience comes in handy. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Southern Miss is a PWI.
Right.
Southern Miss has a larger enrollment than Jackson State. Okay. But Southern Miss is like the stepchild of the PWIs in Mississippi.
Oh, very much.
It's outside of the SEC. You know what I'm saying? They don't have an in-state rival. They really don't even really for real have like a heated rivalry in the region. Like they used to be rival with Memphis, but then Memphis left the conference. You know what I'm saying? But so it's kind of like, hey, blah.
Yeah.
So what we saw is that once the guy who was a Southern Miss alum who wanted to be there, and all those years, I'm talking about Jeff Bow. He was a Southern Miss alum, and he had built the program up into a program in which you could see Southern Miss ranked in your top 25. You can see Southern Miss consistently sending like defenders and stuff, especially to the NFL. Okay. But once he left, or was really forced out, again, him being an alum, then you start to get these other guys here who could coach. Some of those guys could coach.
No real ties.
No real ties to the university, though. And like I said, Southern Miss is in a conference. You know, no real rivalries. Not the biggest PWI is bigger than Jackson State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not bigger than Mississippi State, Ole Miss. Then you got Alabama over here. You got LSU over here. It ain't that kind of big. So yeah, they come through Southern Miss, and then they use it as a stepping stone job somewhere else. What the dude that come to mind was the Larry Fedora. Fedora, you know, he showed out.
Yep.
Great thing. Shit, showed out.
Yeah, showed out. Did that.
But then
rolled out. When North Carolina came calling, he rolled.
Yeah, so we've seen this shit. I don't know how much you see that in the HBCU world just because of racism, to be quite honest. Because if you come show out at a HBCU as a black head coach, where do you elevate? Because the white big schools still don't want you because you're black.
Yeah.
They still don't want you.
Oh yeah.
Look at all the success South Carolina State's coach has had in his career.
He's had a lot.
Man, a fucking legend.
He is.
I ain't never heard his name connected to the South Carolina job when it come open or the Clemson job when it come open. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, you're fucked up. So I bet you they could go be in somebody else's assistant somewhere. But shit, you the king of this school. Why would you want to leave that?
Yeah. If the money's right.
If you feel comfortable enough with the money you're being given. And then of course I think he has ties to that school, if I'm not mistaken. I think he went to that school, so he loves the school. But even if that wasn't the case, it's just because of racial discrimination, it's just hard to elevate up out of that head coaching job, even if you turning up and go to, you gonna be you go get you roll off 4 SWAC championships in 7 years. So now they see, you rolling and you can recruit. So now when the LSU job come open, your name in it.
Yeah.
Or your name is in the running when Nick Saban decide to lay it down at Alabama. We don't be hearing that kind of shit.
No. Not going.
You don't even hear like, okay, you gonna move from the SWAC and go to La Tech or Monroe.
Not gonna happen.
Or Memphis. You know what I'm saying? You just don't, because they don't want us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we see it all the time at a place like Southern Miss. Them white coaches come there, they use that bitch, and they get on down to the ACC, SEC, wherever they want to go and get that.
Will Hall won't be. Will Hall will be there for me. Let's just go and put that on out there now. I know it's the
Hold
off
on.
season.
Does Will have? Will didn't go to Southern Miss, right? I know he was a Mississippi guy.
He's a Mississippi guy, so I'm expecting 10 years from Will.
That's a big statement. We're gonna have to revisit that.
10 years.
We're gonna
Plus.
revisit.
10
We're
plus.
gonna revisit that right there. But so like I said, I ain't tripping. I know what it is. It's a business transaction.
Definitely a
Okay.
business transaction.
Even if Coach Prime leaves, that goddamn locker room ain't going nowhere. That new practice field ain't going no fucking well. Nah, my brother told me that kind of shit was already in the works. Coach Prime being there just expedited things. Okay, cool. I needed that to be expedited. Hopefully this on campus stadium starts going up, or at least the deal is sealed before this motherfucker leave. Okay, and if that's the case, and he chooses to get on down, I wish him well. You know, hope he goes and performs well, and then hopefully we get somebody in that could keep it rolling. Maybe not had as much fan because he's a celebrity coach. Okay, cool. He's a celebrity coach, and it's very unique to him. It's very unique to him. As I'm gonna talk about on the basketball segment, you got other pros in the SWAC. They got Reggie Theus coaching basketball in the SWAC. Reggie Theus played in the NBA, and he had a TV show.
Yeah.
He was on the TV show back in the day. I don't remember the name of it, but people
Hang time.
Something like that. Okay.
Hang time.
Cynthia Cooper is a coach in the SWAC. She is a GOAT in the WNBA. Mo Williams was an NBA All-Star and played with LeBron James. He's in the SWAC. But it's Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is not only a legendary football player. Eddie George, legendary football player. He's not in the SWAC, but he's HBCU. But Deion Sanders is like
legendary personality.
This personality. Boom, there it is. He's a personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just what it is.
It is what it is when it comes to that. So I ain't saying we're gonna get somebody like that, but Coach Maynard got hella personality now.
He does.
Coach Maynard going to somebody, not saying that we gonna pull in Coach Maynard. I don't even know if the JSU faithful will want Maynard after all the shit we've been, But I don't know.
He'd have to accept a stroller. That's like part of the contract. He'd have to accept a stroller as part of his compensation package.
If Coach Maynard came through, I might have to start getting him on that line. If Coach Maynard came through, we get him on, put it on something.
Gotta get him.
I want to ask him about how was it being on set with Al Pacino, goddammit, and Jamie Foxx. Fuck it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, America, Coach Maynard was Jamie Foxx's stunt double in Any Given Sunday. Look it up.
Mm-hmm.
But when the shit go down, whoever takes his place, hopefully they love the university. They want to goddamn really keep the thing rolling and do something big. But we've said it before. If Prime would stay, he could be bigger than Eddie Robinson.
Oh, definitely.
Because again, unfortunately, Coach Robinson didn't. I really don't think that he would have had the opportunity to leave and go really be the man somewhere. If Prime stays, and we know he has the opportunity, and we say he's willingly saying no to that opportunity to stay with his people and really change the game.
Yeah.
Really, for real, change the game. That should be so legendary. That's movie worthy.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely movie worthy, Coach.
You know what the movie be called?
Something about Prime gonna be in it now.
Coach Prime. That's it. Coming to a theater near you. Coming out.
He already got the docuseries called that thing, so he got to do something
just make the movie. Just make the movie that or prime time or whatever,
Right.
Yeah. Coming out Christmas.
Where do you do his whole career? Do you mix his career in there, or you just throw a little bit in about his career and then just go to the coaching?
Yeah, you throw the career in there and then get to the whole coaching thing where he kind of do high school and then do.
Who
But now, but
plays him?
now, but now, how do you? Who plays him? That's a good one.
Does he get one of his sons to play him like Lil Meech is playing Big Meech?
Shador could pull it off. Shador might could pull it off.
Does Shador have enough charisma? Did it look like Shador got?
I think you
Shador
could
got
tap.
the charisma.
I think you could tap it. He could probably pull it off. He could probably pull it off.
We gonna see. That'll be interesting. America, y'all tell us who y'all think should play Coach Prime in the Coach Prime movie. See what we doing here. Put it on some. Look, I'm anticipating the motherfucker leaving, but we still making our recruiting pitch, and we saying the movie. Hell, IG Entertainment will produce the motherfucking movie.
It's gonna be a movie. It's got to be a movie.
We'll produce it. We'll be where we want to be by then.
It's got to be a movie.
Fuck it.
And at the very beginning of the movie, they got to play that one soundbite that's so famous. This is my house.
Right.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Drop that in at the very beginning. Bunch of noise in the background and stuff. Look.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have me a minor role in the movie as Babyface, and I'm gonna be performing that song. I only think of you on 2 occasions.
You're doing too much.
But then Coach Prime gonna come take my woman, and I'm gonna feel some type of way about that.
You have done too much. You have done too much. I'm not gonna tell you you're doing too much. See, we just lost the contract right there.
Coach Prime gonna take
contract
my
gone.
woman.
Contract gone. There it is. See that money? It just left. You see that money? That money just went. I ain't never seen money move that fast.
Oh God, America, Lord have mercy. Y'all chime in and tell us what y'all think, man.
That was $4 million.
Oh,
that was at least $4 million.
my brother telling me I done fucked up the bag, y'all. Oh, put it on some.
Oh, can't go fishing with the man now.
Oh, God. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com, and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.